assets that you guys can consider in your portfolio. Okay, so let's see, what time is it? All right, we're gonna start in about a minute's time. Yeah, I see that there's quite a few of you that have logged in now. But I only got Karen and Wilfred who said they can hear me. The rest of you guys are you able to hear me okay? Yes? If you could let me know in the chat. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. DN. Yeah, I hope you got your name correct. Yeah. Okay, so with that, let's start. It's 7:30 already. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Playbook in 2024. Does crypto deserve a spot in your portfolio? Quick introduction before I begin. So my name is Chris. I'm going to be a speaker for tonight. I used to work as an investment banker. So I was in the debt capital markets, or DCM for short. And what I did in DCM is that I would help companies like CapitaLand, UOB, the banks. I'll help them issue bonds or fixed income instruments. So during my tenure there, I've done more than $1 billion in terms of bond issuances. In terms of education, I've got a Masters of Applied Finance, Masters of Science in Applied Finance from SMU. And I was very fortunate to have been a scholar there. I've got this scholarship called the Columbia Threadneedle Investment Award. So if you do a Google Columbia Threadneedle Investment Award, you'll be able to find some articles that covered the event. And over here on the right, these are some of the bonds that my team and I helped issue. So we helped issue 500 million 10-year senior unsecured for HDB. And we have also helped UOB issue a 500 million euro bond. So this was a 5-year covered bond. So a quick backstory as to how I got started in crypto. I was actually working really long hours in an investment bank. And even though the job was really good, very, very promising, and salary was good as well, the hours there were just really long. So we will do like 12 to 14 hours a day, and I'll work from Mondays all the way to Sundays. The thing is that even when I look at my bosses, I was wondering, wow, even when I look at my bosses, I get promoted, will I be able to work my way up and out of this lifestyle? But my bosses were over there working the long hours with me as well. So that was when I realized that, if I'm working in this role, I will always need to be working for 12 to 14 hours, even until 150 or 60 years old. And that was simply not what I wanted to do. So I started to think about how to get out of the rat race, how to invest my way out. And that was where I started to learn about cryptocurrencies as well. I came across Bitcoin back in 2016, and I invested into crypto during that time. So in 2016, Bitcoin was $690. Today, even after the crash, it is 57,200, which means that I'm still up by 8,276%. I still have some Bitcoin that I bought from way back. So anyway, as I started to invest in crypto back in 2016, my friends around me realized that I was making money. So they asked me, Chris, how do you buy crypto? How do you invest in crypto and make a return? I began to teach my friends, and they started to make money in cryptocurrency as well. So one fine day, one of them suggested to me, maybe Chris, you should open like an academy to teach the man on the street how to invest profitably in crypto. So that was exactly what we did. In 2017, we started Kryptonite Academy. We have been here for 7 years. We've been through 2 bull markets, which means bull market means that the price just keep going up. That season, and we've been through 2 bear markets, which is the opposite. Price keeps going down during that season. In each season, you learn different things. And through these 2 cycles, why I choose to highlight it is that back in 2017, when I started teaching, and there was a bit of hype in crypto, there were 15 other competitors or 15 other academies that opened up after me. By the time it was 2018, when the bear market hit and prices were dropping, all these 15 academies disappeared. So one thing I'm very proud about my team and I is that even though markets are good, markets are bad, we are always here. And we have always been supporting the students, the graduates, as well as talking about crypto to the new people, even after 7 years and these two bull markets. We have done 30 over 1,000 students, over 100 over sessions. We are also alpha movers, meaning to say that in 2019, we actually started our advanced modules. First one was crypto options. We are still doing it today. Then in 2020, we were the first and the only academy that did DeFi and yield farming. Same today, we are still the only ones doing it. 2021, we introduced NFTs. And 2024, this year, we have actually added new stuff that I haven't typed in, which are launch pads as well as airdrop farming. So I think one thing about crypto is that it's forever changing, forever evolving, and I'm glad that we have been able to keep up with the times. Now, if you are here and you are looking at this picture and all of us, right, you must be thinking, hey, I'm meeting these guys for the first time. Do they really know their stuff? Do they really know what investment is about? Do they really know cryptocurrency? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my group over to the people that are here. You guys can join. It's totally free. And what it looks like is this. Right, so I'll share the link into the chat as well. If you guys do not wish or didn't get to scan it, you can actually click on the link and it will bring you to this page. You can click join, and I've already told my team to accept anyone who joins during this period because we know that you guys will be from the Dr. Wealth Masterclass. So let me share with you the purpose of the group. Very often you will go, many people who go for a class or like a master class such as this, they hear about the trainers, they hear all these stories, they're really very good, but they do not know for sure whether or not the trainers, the academy really know their stuff. So we've actually put in this group together. It's been around for a few years, and in it, right, myself and my other trainers, we are constantly posting cryptocurrency stuff, whether it is news, whether it is analysis of price points, whether it is projects, etc. So recently you can see this is Jian Cao, our options mentor. He was just sharing a detail about the crash on Monday, etc., and how he used options. Right, you can see all of this. The numbers are right there. So he used this to kind of profit lah, even though the markets are crashing. I did quite well, 2,100 profit in this trade, and 27,600 US in this trade. So almost 30K profit. So this really is for you to join and for you to read and for you to assess for yourself whether or not my trainers and we know our stuff. Okay, so you guys can join free of charge. Just click join and my team will add you in. Yeah. Now, let me continue. So aside from that, we have also been on various media appearances. We have been on conferences, live conferences, newspapers. This is actually my very first class from 2017. The picture is even the same if you notice. And Malaysia media has covered us. Singapore as well. We have been on radio shows as well as a channel interviewed us. Yeah, so those are the media appearances, but let's get down to business. So today, what I want to share with you guys are 3 strategies to become a millionaire. So these 3 strategies has been thought through over a period of 7 years. And these are the 3 strategies that I found most useful and effective in helping people who are new or even people who already have crypto to basically do well in this space. So you don't have to be a computer geek, nor do you have to be a financial wizard. It's going to be simple, practical, and profitable. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Those of you who are here, if you already have Bitcoin or any crypto, can you type in me, M-E? If you don't have, can you type in not yet or just no? So I just want to get a sensing from the class today, like how many of you guys have crypto and how many of you guys don't have any crypto yet. So can I invite you guys to go over to the chat? Yeah, and then y'all can type in me if you already have cryptocurrency. If you do not, you can type in not yet. Yeah. Oh, sales. Okay, very good. Wilfred, Karen, and Kui Yap or Yap Fu. Yeah, not yet. Okay, the rest as well, I would love for you guys to let me know. You can just type it in. So far, it seems like most of you do not yet have crypto. So anyway, let me continue on my sharing first while you guys are typing. This is my cryptocurrency journey. So I started 2016 with 8,000. By 1 year, it has skyrocketed to 150K. I really thought I would be a millionaire by 2018, but the markets crashed. So this is important because over here, I started to develop my profit-taking system, right? Then after it crashed, because I have a very solid investment thesis in place and I had a conviction, I continued to invest in crypto throughout the years from 2016 all the way to 2020, which was the second bull run that we have experienced. By 2021, my portfolio grew by about 20x, and that was the year that I became a millionaire for the first time. Now, because this round I already have experience in a crash, during the bull run, I was systematically taking profits in various market states and milestones. So this allowed my portfolio to be hedged. In 2022, when the markets crashed, I didn't lose money. In fact, my portfolio was still up by 30 to 40x from when I first started. Then the markets bottomed last year. Once again, using the same system that I have been using throughout the years, I reaccumulated and deployed. And now 2024, it's been a volatile year, but I'm fairly confident that, or fairly hopeful is probably a better word, that I should be able to reach 8 figures for the first time lah. So that's kind of my journey. I think if any of you knew me from the early days, I don't think there's much of you who would, because AK has been the one doing this. But so basically right now, we are kind of quite hopeful that this is a third cycle. Third cycle meaning to say that we are kind of like in the middle of a bull run upwards. So 2024 is actually a really, really exciting year for us. Yeah. Now, in the world of crypto, right, it is very different from your traditional investing. So I like to say that in crypto, for you to succeed, you cannot be static. You actually need to be a little bit more dynamic in the way you think about things. You cannot execute crypto investing using a fundamental investment mindset. Fortunately or unfortunately, there's two sides to the sword, but you do need to take a more dynamic approach. So with that, I want to share with you the first strategy. The first strategy everyone needs, right, is a crypto millionaire system. Jack Swager, who is one of the market wizards, a very renowned trader, he said, what exactly is your methodology? If you cannot answer the question, you're not ready to be risking money in the markets. So in the world of crypto, in a day, you can see 30% increase. In a day, you can also see 30% decrease. So it is very, very volatile, more volatile than the stock markets. If you do not have a systematic way of entry and exit, you are probably going to make wrong decisions that will cause you to have a loss. So today, can I teach you guys one metric to look at when you want to form your system, right? So when you build a system, you need various different metrics or styles, and then the whole thing forms a systematic approach to it. So today, I a bit tight in time, but I do want to share with you a very useful matrix called the 200 WMA. Now, can I get you guys all to type 200 WMA? Okay, the reason is because I want you all to focus. The important parts in the presentation, I will get you guys to type it in so that you can remember, okay, this portion is considered more important. So everyone here, can you go to your chat and type in 200 WMA? As you are typing, let me explain to you what it is. So the 200 WMA tool, right, is used by long-term Bitcoin investors to monitor monthly color changes. Orange and red dot indicate that market is overheated. Whereas purple and blue, it means that it's usually a good time to buy. This 200 WMA heat map is useful for predicting and fetching Bitcoin price and identifying good value on a historical basis. And I spent very little time underneath the 200 WMA. Okay, so let me share with you what it looks like. Are you guys able to see this? Naturally, I will give you guys the link as well. So you can feel free to bookmark it somewhere. Am I sharing? Can you guys see the charts? Yes, no, guys? Yeah. Someone let me know. I can type in yes. Yeah, Wilfred. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is the 200 WMA chart. Purple line over here is the 200 WMA. The gray line is the actual price of Bitcoin, and the dots are just indicative. Blue means it's close, red means it's far. So how people use this line is that every time the gray line is near the purple line, like over here, you can see that it's blue. It's a good time to buy. Okay, so we use this as an example. Let's say in April, you bought Bitcoin and Bitcoin was $225. We will take 2 years as a holding period. Okay, so from April 2015, we want to look at April 2017, which is over here. Okay, so April, oh, sorry, here, it should be, they should be very fairly close together. So maybe this is a better time. Yeah, this is below the purple line. So August 2015 is 212. We want to look at August 2017, which is about 4,000. So 212 to 4,000 is a 20x return over a period of 2 years. So let's see if it repeats itself. We want to go somewhere closer. How about super recent, all right, which is here, right? This obviously looks like it's good value. In November, the price of Bitcoin just last year, 2020, 2 years ago, 2022, 1.5 years ago, 2022, Bitcoin was 15,000. Today it is 55,000. So it is 1, 2, 3, about 3 to 4x, 3 to 400% over 1.5 years. So basically, how you use this chart is that when the gray line is near the purple line, it means that it is good value for Bitcoin. People would tend to get a better deal if they buy. Now, the opposite is when the dots are red. So when it's red, the gray line is very far away from the purple line. So let's look at what happened. So here, Bitcoin is 20,000, while the 200 WMA is 1,002. So if you buy at this price, let's see what happens in 2 years' time, which is December 2019, over here. So it is 6,600 versus about 20,000. You would have lost 70% of the value. Yeah. So this is how I actually use matrix, various different matrix to form my system of entry. Another matrix that I use is called the Z-score. Essentially, when the Z-score is near the green zone, good time to buy. When I match the two together, I noticed that in November 2022, the Z-score was in the green territory. November 2022, the 200 WMA is in the good value territory. Thus, I concluded it is a good time to buy. And that was usually that was the period where I started to redeploy my capital into crypto as well. So if you look at the crypto prices, November 2022, Ethereum, which is the second biggest crypto, was at $1,095. Today it is 2005. So this is a 228% return. So that's the first system you need. You basically need a system on how to enter and how to exit. Then the second system you need, right, is a system on choosing altcoins. So what exactly are altcoins? Altcoins, right, are basically new crypto projects, and you can think of them as startups. Okay, are you familiar with startups? Yes or no? If some of you don't know, I'm happy to explain. Are you all familiar with what startups are? I'll type it inside. Familiar? Heard before? Let me know, yes, so that I know whether or not I should take some time to explain this. Don't be shy, just type it in the chat. Yeah, Will knows, Karen doesn't. Okay, so since there is one of you who don't know, let me quickly explain. A startup is basically a company that is very, very new. A group of friends come together, they start a company, they have no funding, and they're just very, very new. Don't know can survive or not. So there's this saying that has been going around that it says if you're ever having a bad day, remember in 1976, Ronald Wayne sold 10% of his stake in Apple for $2,300. Today it is worth 300 billion. How did 2,300 become 300 billion? The reason is because in 1976, Apple is a startup. So if you are able to find good startups that eventually take off, you're basically able to multiply your money by a lot. The problem is that normal investors or retail investors like us, like most of us, they don't have access to startups and they don't have access to investing. But that changed when cryptocurrency came into the picture and altcoins came into the picture. So altcoins are exactly like startups. Now, here's the reason why I say you need to have a system to invest in startup. So if using the same example, you can see that during this time period, Ethereum went from 1,195 to 2,500. The gains is 228%. During the same period, if you look at an altcoin, for example, Solana, you'll be able to see that instead of 200%, it has actually gone up by 750% over the same period of time. So we call this beta, right? I mean, Ethereum is called beta, Solana and all these others will be like 3, 4, 5x beta. Means that they are multiple of what the big cap cryptocurrencies do. So using the right system for profit is naturally very important as well. Once you have learned how to have a system to shortlist good altcoins like Solana, you also need to execute profit taking in a systematic manner. So one of our students, he actually used our altcoin selection system to buy Solana at $56. He put in 5,006. Then when he hit 170, he sold 35 of it for 5,900 to take back capital, right? He executed the profit taking system as well. And the remainder of 10K profit, he's leaving it there for a moonshot. Okay, so this is the approach that we take in terms of altcoin investing. But however, I do want to highlight some realities and challenges as well. Number one, what goes up fast will come down fast. Number two, there are too many altcoins to choose from. There's over 8,000 altcoins in the world today. And many of these altcoins, right, are going to crash to zero, just like startups. Many startups actually are doomed to fail. So you can see BLES, BS1, DEXTF. These are some of the many examples of altcoins dropping by over 90%, right? And it's a very, very common thing. If you do not have a way to filter these guys away, it's highly likely that you will buy some of these losing altcoins lah. So be careful, especially when you are new in coming into crypto. Yeah. And of course, even blue chip tokens can crash as well. Now, you must be thinking, Chris, if it is so dangerous, why would you still recommend and talk about having a system to buy altcoins? And the reason is because in the world of crypto, one winner can actually change your life. So for me, the thing that literally changed my portfolio is an altcoin called Thorchain. So I actually put about 10K in this coin back in 2020. And in 1 year's time, right, it actually went up 139x. But of course, as it go up, I will take profit at all these various different places. Yeah. So this was a coin that at its peak, right? It was worth just this coin alone, right? It was worth over 1 million US dollars. And as it was shooting up and as I was taking profit, this really helped me to build my crypto portfolio and eventually it all translated into a very, very profitable year, lah, which you guys saw is about 70x in terms of the total capital that I put in. Yeah. So when you come into this landscape and world of crypto, what you are really searching for are multi-baggers like this. 10 baggers, 100 baggers. And you really only need one winner for it to transform and change your portfolio situation. Yeah. So okay, so far guys, wow, I actually you all don't really type a lot in the chat and I cannot see your faces. So I hope that you guys are okay. If okay so far, can you type in good? Yeah, so that I know that you guys are following me okay. If I'm too fast or too slow, let me know. I can slow down or I can speed up. Thanks to you. The rest, good so far? Okay, cool. So recently, right, we are also seeing good altcoins in the space as well. For example, Pendle, right? This was a token that we shared with some of our graduates. And you can see that same time period, November 2022, which was earlier I shared, this is the trough based on 200 WMA. If you bought Pendle during that time up to today from 3.5 cents, it will be worth $2.67 today. And that is a 76x. Yeah, so this is the kind of altcoins that we really want to shortlist and go after. Now, sometimes people say, oh, but can I do it? I may be too old or too young. I do want to share that our older student, he is over age of 80. We have about 3 students. They're over age of 80. And our youngest student was Sean. When he joined, he was 16 years old. His dad actually bought him the course along with himself, and two of them attend together. So Sean is a great testimony because when he joined us, he actually managed to 60x his capital within 45 days during the 2017 altcoin bull run. He eventually wrote his own ebook as well and published. Now he should be serving army or probably in university already. Yeah. So that is the first strategy that you need to succeed in crypto. Number one, you need a systematic way to enter and exit the markets, one of which is the 200 WMA. Number two, you need to know how to analyze and spot winning altcoins. Okay, now strategy number two is to train a winning crypto mindset. Oh, why do I need a crypto mindset in this space? The reason is because in the crypto markets, it is actually what I call 3x of traditional markets. Things in crypto move 3 times faster, right? And the reason is because crypto is not Monday to Friday, but crypto is Monday to Sunday, 365 days a year, 24 hours. It is sensitive to macro markets and undergirded by technology. It is also 3 times the intensity, meaning to say the level of scams in crypto is a lot higher because the scammers in crypto know technology as well. They are able to change the videos of how they look and look very convincing. There's less regulation, which means that investors can actually access very, very cool stuff such as liquidity pool, market making, or some of them can even execute insider manipulation. So in the world of crypto, you get about 10% a year. You can Google it on average over, like decades. You can expect about 10% per year. But as you can see in the world of crypto, this is Nigel. When he realized that ChatGPT came out and he began to see the potential of AI, what he did is something called narrative investing. He began to buy AI linked tokens. So he bought Matrix AI at 0.7 cents. Within 3 months, he sold it for about 4 cents. So this means that he managed to transform about $1,000 over to $5,500 over a period of 3 months. So this is only possible in the world of crypto because of the volatility and because of the speed at which price can go up. Yeah, 3 times faster, or maybe even more than that. And of course, this volatility is very popular if you are a trader. I suppose most of you guys come through Dr. Wealth, so you guys are probably more long-term investors, but the short-term traders, they really love crypto because of the volatility. So you can see that these are the kind of returns that some of them are doing, right? Like Jinka is our trading mentor. He can see like 700-800% return in a day. Then these are some of his students. They can make like 100% or $1,000 in a day. So yeah, I mean, just now earlier you guys saw Jian Cao, the options guy on Monday. He also made about 30K. So this is due to how volatile the price of crypto basically moves. And the reason I highlight this is because, right, if you don't have the right mindset, when you're in this space, you really get very confused. Either you swing to the, oh, I am a genius, I can make money by snapping my fingers, or you swing to the other extreme, which is, like, oh, I don't know anything. This is too difficult for me. So I'm just gonna miss out on everything. So you need to train your mindset and your approach lah, your mental approach and your mental framework in this space. Most people can earn money, but they cannot keep their money. So a lot of people say, if you see on social media, you can see things like, I made 20% in one trade in 5 days, or this altcoin give me 10x. Case in point, I literally just showed you this. But what they don't say, or what most social influencers don't say, is that I lost 30% on the previous trade, or my overall portfolio is down 30% from 1 year ago. So for me, I think my approach is that it's very important to be truthful, right? I tell you guys the good stuff, but I also tell you guys, hey, a lot of altcoins are going to go to zero. Things are very volatile. If you zoom all the way back to my cryptocurrency journey, I don't just stop when I say I make money, right? I don't just stop at here. I also said that from 70x, I dropped to 30, 40x. That's a drop in my portfolio. From 150K, market crash, right? I also lost money during this period. So these are realities in crypto that you need to know, all right? That I hope after today's class, you will be aware. And thus, because of these realities, the mindset and the approach is extremely important. So many people will say, I can do it myself. Most of the people I know fail. Maybe 1% or 0.1% of the people out there can do it themselves and can make it. But I think for majority, very difficult, or it's going to take a lot of time, and they are not aware of the dangers that are out there. In the world of crypto, there are things like phishing websites, CoinHako, which is an exchange in Singapore. This is CoinHako. This is also CoinHako, which is the real one. One of them is going to cause you to send money and cause you to get scammed. Then there are a lot of scammers out there that is waiting to call you, to message you with all kinds of tricks so that you can send your money over to them. The scammers are so sophisticated that they can use AI to change their face and change their looks so that you think that it is credible. Recently, right, I actually had 2 incidents which made me feel a lot. So one of them is from my friend. She was actually asking on behalf of one of her church members. She said that her church members was approached and introduced to this thing called Crypto Pro. You invest 100K, you can get back 10K. When she put in half the amount, which is a lot, 50,000 US dollars, she said she cannot withdraw the money until she fulfills the 100K sum. So she asked me, Chris, is that a scam? Right? She was fortunate to be able to check before she sent money. And the bad news though is that it is probably a scam. So one of the common scam methods is that they make you put in an amount. If it's 50 or 100, they will give it back to you, the returns. If you start put anything like 5,000 or 10,000, they will tell you the money is stuck and you need to put in more money to take it out, such that they are able to scam you 2 or 3 times. Yeah. So this was something that has happened lah, which is very unfortunate. And I feel a lot because I think that a lot of people, they want to get started in crypto, they're very attracted by the returns, but they just haven't developed the right mindset, or they don't have the right mentor to help them or teach them the ropes. So anyway, I told her that she needed to call the police, and that's what they did. This is another case that really happened quite recently, just this year. So one of the students actually wanted to sign up for the class, but she was hesitating, then in the end she decided not to sign up. And I was wondering, why did she suddenly stop, because she seemed quite keen in the first place. So what happened is that she actually received a Facebook message, and this person pretended to be one of our trainers. So it just so happened that she was contacted by these scammers who steal our pictures and pretend to be us. And that person asked her to send 100K, and she really believed this person. So it's a scam lah, guys. If you're here and you're listening to me, I can tell you 100%, myself, my team, Dr. Wealth, we will never ask you to send us money. We will never message you on Facebook. I don't have time to message you guys on Facebook to ask you how your investment is doing, or to introduce you some kind of like great potential investment return that you can make 2% every day. Please, guys, stay safe. I will once again highlight this to say that we will never reach out to you and message you on Facebook or any other social media platforms. Okay, so you must have the right kind of approach and the right kind of mindset lah when it comes to crypto. Just to make sure that you guys got it, can you all type in "stay safe" into the chat? Because those two stories is really quite painful for me to read. And I really don't want to get any more of these stories, okay? So if you're here, please type in "stay safe" in the chat. And yeah, I just remember that I will never reach out and message to you. So what are the mindsets that you need to have to succeed in crypto? Number one, you must have a learner's mindset. Even after 7, 8 years in this space, I still see myself as needing to learn, and I still see myself on a learning journey, because crypto changes really, really quick. If your mindset is, I already know everything, or I'm already quite smart, like I don't need to listen or learn. I already, like know what to do and all, and yeah, like you guys don't know your stuff, or then your attitude is wrong lah, if you already made it, if you're already a multi-millionaire, then then you probably don't need to be here. You know what I mean? But if you are here and you're learning, then always put on that learner's mindset and that curiosity, and oh yeah, earlier on I said that kind of attitude, those were the same guys who told me Bitcoin is a scam in 2016. A lot of very smart intellectual people told me Bitcoin is a scam. You're gonna lose money, right? If you buy today $1,000 Bitcoin, you're gonna lose money. But for me, I'm just like, yeah, it may be a scam, but let me just be open and see what it is and try what it is. So as it turns out, that openness has done very well for me over the years. Second mindset you have is make sure you tap into mentors with real expertise. There are a lot of free information online, but there is too many free information that sometimes it can get you confused. Secondly, some of this information are not good, you know. So make sure if you want to learn, tap into someone who has had a track record. Finally, identify true cost and true reward. It is very easy to get distracted in crypto, right? Sometimes I meet people who be like, oh, Chris, can you tell me if exchange A, the fees, how much cheaper is it compared to exchange B? The withdrawal fee and buying fee, which one is the best? And then they spend 3 to 6 months researching which is the cheapest exchange to use to buy $500 or $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. And I'm like, no, you're wasting too much time. You're taking too much cost to save $1 or $2. Don't spend your effort in these kind of things. I would rather you spend effort in learning how to shortlist altcoins, learning about the different projects, and then buying the next altcoin that can give you a 200-300% return. Who cares about the $1 to $2 savings? So time is tight, like things move very fast in crypto. You must be able to identify true cost and true reward. Yeah. So a great analogy I use is to go to Thailand. Like, what is the cheapest way to go to Thailand, right? Some people say it is by bus, some people say it is by train. So the actual answer is that the cheapest way to go to Thailand is actually to walk. Why? It is free. You don't need a bus ticket, you don't need a taxi ticket, etc. But is it really free? The answer is no. It takes 437 hours to walk up and 437 hours to walk back. So while you do not need to spend money, what you spend is time. And secondly, when you walk through the jungle, the highway, etc., you can get robbed, or you can lose your way, or you can get an accident. So the second thing that you are paying is that you are taking on danger and risk. So does it make sense? Is the cheapest way walking to Thailand the best way? Says no, right? You need to consider things holistically. You will much rather pay maximum $500 to fly to Thailand, sit on a plane, get good food, reach there safely in 2 hours, and then you can fly back. It makes more sense. So it is this kind of thinking that helps you succeed in crypto, because you need to identify true cost and true reward. Yeah. So one of the things that happened in the years past is FTX, which is an exchange that's collapsing. Celebrities like Tom Brady, crypto firms like Amber, even Singapore's Temasek lost hundreds of millions of dollars. So fortunately, when we begin to, because we are quite connected to the space, when we begin to hear some stuff on the grapevine, we started to notify, I started to notify the people in my network. I said that, hey, there are reports coming out targeting FTX. Keep your eyes out, withdraw your money. So they will say, oh, but withdrawing has some withdrawal fee lah, is it worth it? And I said, just withdraw first. It's okay, just pay the fees, because it's much better than losing everything. So this was November 7th. And in a few days, right, after these messages, FTX actually crashed, and a lot of people had their money stuck in FTX even up to today. Yeah. So try not to do it alone. Those of you who are new, or you have a few coins, but you're not really sure what to next, try to learn from an experienced mentor. Okay. Now, number 3, the third strategy is that in the crypto space, learn how to use the tools of cryptocurrency. In the past, if you're just trading CFD on a main exchange, it's enough. But today, for you to make super normal gains, you need to have the tools of the trade. Things like Etherscan, Uniswap, Mizari. These are tools in crypto that will help you succeed. One of the things that I do, this is a more advanced technique. You probably need to learn your basics first, before you can attempt to do this. But I thought to share so that you are able to see what opportunities are out there. So what I used to do is something called yield farms. So you can see that when we deposit crypto or USD, some places allow you to earn 800, 900%. I actually put 15K to farm for this thing called YFI. And over a couple of weeks, I managed to farm 7 YFI, which is worth 33K when I sold it. So the students that learn from me also started to do this thing called liquidity pools. So one of them added 12K into the Tokemark liquidity pool. Every week they will get rewards, crypto rewards. And I will tell them, okay, just sell this crypto, right? In total, over a period of 5 months, they managed to get 54K rewards, and the crypto prices went up as well. So this person put in 12K and eventually withdraw 92K over a period of 5 months. These are the screenshots of all that she did. Yeah. Now, in the more common times or more recent times, right? You can still do liquidity farming or liquidity pools, but not so much yield farming. So these are 3 different things. So this one is rare now. The time is over already. Not a lot of yield farms. Liquidity pool, this one can still do. But the hottest and the most recent stuff are these things called airdrops. So airdrops are basically you going to these new protocols and testing it out and trying it out. And these protocols, they want to attract people to use them. So if you are one of those early users who use the protocols, you will be eligible for airdrops. Over here is a screenshot of my Optimism airdrop. I know it sounds crazy, but they really literally did give me free money. I got about 28,000 worth of free money from Optimism. And the more recent one is something called Eagle Layer. Over the years, I've had really a lot, but this is the most recent. Eagle Layer was dropped to me in May, a few months ago, and that one was worth 66K. If you go to my Facebook or to the Kryptonite Facebook page, you scroll back, you'll be able to find a post of me talking about this as well. So this is the current most exciting part of crypto lah, in my opinion. There are many, many different angles, but this is the one that I like the most. And it's also a little bit more advanced, so not everyone can jump straight in. They actually need to learn some stuff, get ready, and then go stage 2, get ready, and then go stage 3, then they know how to do these airdrop things. So which is quite fun. To learn how to use the tools of a blacksmith, the tools of blacksmith is like a hammer and anvil and hot fireplace. Getting them and accessing them is one thing, but you actually still need the right person to teach you how to use it. Yeah. So I would say that as you learn all these different tools, you can try experimenting on it by yourself. But if you want to learn it faster, one of the best ways is to maybe find your friend who knows crypto on how to do it. Or later, if you guys want to take it further and learn from me, I will show you what are the options as well. So the 3 strategies to become a crypto millionaire. Number 1, follow the right system. We shared 2, the system of entry, how to enter, that means how to buy, and when to sell, entry and exit. Second system, how to shortlist altcoins. Then second strategy is to develop the right mindset. What should your mental framework be when it comes to risk management? What should your mental framework be when it comes to investing in crypto? Number 3 is using the right tools in the space. How do you actually begin to use it? So people will think, Chris, when is the best time to start learning about crypto? And I often say now is the best time. Why? Because there are a lot of benefits to being early. One of my students, Bex, he actually learned about Bitcoin and crypto in 2016. During that time, Bitcoin was 600 plus, Ethereum was $12. So he invested and eventually it was worth about $4 million by January 2018. He sold half of that to go into gold, real estate, stocks and watches, and the remainder he actually kept in a Bitcoin wallet. So why do I want to share this story of Bex? Is he so special that I want to share the story about him? Actually, the opposite is true. Why I share about Bex is because he is the typical Singaporean. He is not a Mensa genius. He's not born from a rich family. But he's just a typical Singaporean who's early to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah, so that's why he made it. Today, in 2017, a lot of my students were asking me, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? It's already $3,000. And I remember telling them, no, I think it's still okay, right? If you are in it long term, you can still expect maybe a 10 to 20x for Bitcoin. Today, you might ask me the same question. Is it too late? Bitcoin recently hit 70,000. Can I still make the same kind of money as the students in 2017? But this time round, I am not so confident to say that you can make 10x to 20x. My reply will be, markets are now different. So just buying Bitcoin is not enough for you to get 10 to 20x. You are still early. Don't worry, you're still early, but you need to execute the right strategies, and you actually need to build a holistic crypto portfolio instead. So it's not just Bitcoin, you need to have Ethereum and all that other stuff, and perhaps you need to use various different tools or strategies to help you achieve the same result. But the good news is this. In 2024, big money is starting to really come in. For example, you have Microsoft and JP Morgan, which is a big bank coming into the space. You have countries like the EU Parliament approving of crypto licensing. Guys like DBS have started crypto as well. They are venturing into the metaverse, which is a cryptocurrency concept. You also see Bitcoin ETFs being approved and launched. And why this is a big deal is because when in the past, crypto is only open to a small group of people. But when the ETF is approved, right, the big banks are actually starting to come in. So just in a day alone, a company like BlackRock is able to flow $750 million into a Bitcoin ETF. So in May 1st as well, when we were beginning to correct, I was saying that, okay, guys, but let's continue to look into this space and see what's going to happen because it's an election year. So on May 28th, which is the end of the month, Ethereum ETF actually got approved, and Ethereum jumped by more than 20% in a single day. Now, why I feel this year is also going to be a very interesting year is because in the election year, there is two very polarizing candidates that people are being voted for. But one of them is Donald Trump. It seems like he has a better odds in winning right now. And Donald Trump being a more pragmatic Republican, if he wins, right, it's actually going to be seen as a positive for the markets. So that is potentially quite a big boost. And Donald Trump is also very pro-crypto. So he actually went to the Bitcoin conference to speak as well. If he gets elected, it's probably going to be very bullish, and people will start flowing their money into crypto. Why is doubly bullish? Is because this year, it's not just the retail guys that can put money in, but you also have ETFs, which means that the banks and the high net worth, they will be able to flow money into the crypto space as well. Just last week and even to yesterday, the ETFs, right, have seen net selling transform into net buying, right? So the markets, or rather the flows of crypto ETF, right, is starting to go into positive territory again. That means there are more buyers than sellers. And finally, right, one of the main reasons why I actually invest in crypto is something called uh is something, it has something to do with generations. So over the next few years, Gen X, which are my parents, they are going to start to retire and start to go down, right? I mean, some of them gonna pass away lah, and they're gonna pass on their money to the next generation. If not, they're gonna be too old, they cannot make decisions. So they have less control over the wealth of the world. But millennials, over the next few decades, they are going to become the prime controllers of wealth. So the question you want to ask yourself is, where will the millennials put their money? And I'm a millennial, right? So I asked my friends, hey, do you guys own StarHub? Do you buy Singtel? I can tell you that 9 out of 10 do not have StarHub or Singtel. In fact, I can say 95 out of 100 do not have it. But when I ask them, do you have crypto? Do you buy Bitcoin and Ethereum? I will see maybe like 30, 40 percent of them. Maybe now if I ask, it's 50, 60%. They actually have like NFTs and crypto. So how does it tie together? The previous generation has less control, has less money. The current generation millennials have more control and more money, and they are the generation that likes crypto. The previous generation, they like things like gold or like property, you know. So every generation would have their investment vehicle of choice. So my bet is that because of this preference to the millennials, in the next decade, is potentially going to be very bullish for cryptocurrency assets. If I compare the assets of crypto to all the other assets are out there, it's not even the size of a single company. If entire money supply, right now it's only 3 columns that's in crypto. But if the entire money supply, even if they just have like 10% flow into crypto, you can see the discrepancy in the size and the amount of money that is flowing in. So because of all these reasons, I personally think that right now is still a good time to learn how to invest in crypto and, you know, get started, or if you already started, to improve your ability to, you know, to get good returns lah. So yeah, right. With that, just remember those are the 3 strategies that you need. And in strategy number 1, the system that you need is how to enter and exit and how to shortlist altcoins, how to shortlist altcoins to actually purchase and invest in. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna take a short moment here. I think some of you have, you know, like you haven't really asked questions today, but if there's any one of you who actually would like to take it further, I don't have time to go more into details about some stuff. But if there's anyone of you here who is keen to learn a little bit more, can you let me know by typing in the word keen in the chat? So what we have in Kryptonite Academy as well is we actually have a 2.5-day boot camp that helps people get started in crypto, talks about the various systems on how to enter, how to exit, and actually it's actually done over 2.5 days of weekend Zoom classes such as this as well. If there's any one of you who's keen to know more about it, let me know by typing in the word keen in the chat, and I will be happy to share with you about the bootcamp. Okay, so so you can type in keen in the group chat, and then we'll be happy to share with you a little bit more as well. Right? So any questions at all, you are feel free to ask me as well. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just bring out the slides. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If not, since I'm not getting any message, maybe let me just, okay, so Will, what's the normal profit every day in crypto? It depends on how much money you're making. How much money you're making depends on how much capital you're actually putting in. and it also depends on the approach. So anyway, let me share maybe about, for those of you who would like to take it further, I can share with you a little bit more in detail. And then from there, you're able to understand it a little bit more. So in Kryptonite, we've actually been around since 2017. 39,000 students have learned about crypto through us. We have accepted about 826 people into mentorship program. And our goal is to make crypto investing simple, practical, and profitable. So over here is Crypto Profit Secrets, which is our 2.5-day program. We will talk about market overviews and trends, key profit strategies in the ecosystem, as well as mindset and tools to profit from the growing crypto and NFT market. It's valued at 2,140. First day, we will talk about key factors to people becoming crypto millionaires and the foundations on navigating a blockchain. Second day is going to start off with some risk management, as well as using tools on NFT and small caps and easy profit methods by crypto millionaires. Day 3 is how to choose NFTs and small caps and how to gather profitable and actionable insights. So the trainers are going to be myself, my co-founder, and Jian Tao, which is our options mentor. In addition, we will provide a bonus technical online video course for you. You can watch this 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's 7 in-depth learning modules, 30 recorded videos with 7 hours of content. Those segments where I thought you need a system on how to enter and exit Bitcoin, you can actually learn it here. Then how to choose and shortlist altcoins, you can actually learn it here. So I would suggest for you to watch the videos before the 2.5 days. If you have questions, for example, I see some of questions in the chat as well. You're also able to ask in the discussion sections here. And the trainers, myself, will be able to reply, and some of the students will be able to join in the discussion as well. Okay, so ratings, you can actually check online. Second bonus that we'll give is that we'll give you curated apps to systemize and track prices, Excel sheets to auto calculate suitable amounts, and data aggregator tools for trend direction and price valuation. Yeah, so to build a skyscraper, dig deep at your foundations. The bigger your portfolio to be, the stronger your foundations needs to be as well, right? In total, the total value is 3,500. But today, those of you who would like to join, we'd like to offer you a special price of 997. And on top of that, we would like to provide a coupon code for Dr. Wealth attendees as well. So if you use the coupon code Dr. Wealth 88, then you'll be able to get an additional $500 off for 497. So I'm going to show you how you can actually join. I see your questions. I'm going to be answering them soon. So if you click on the link, you'll come to a page like this. Okay. On the top right, you can click on Get Started Now. Fill in your details. Click on Have a Coupon, Dr. Wealth 88, and then you can click Apply. Then you'll be able to get 497. The dates for the upcoming classes is going to be on 23rd to 25th of August, Friday 7:30 to 9:30, and Saturdays and Sunday a full day 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so this will be done via live webinar. All right, cool. So those of you who sign up, the link, who like to sign up, the link is over there provided by Dr. Wealth. Then let me try to answer some questions. And you can just wait a while after you sign up. So we just want to quickly call your name and just confirm that your payment is in. Then from there, you can actually head out to your dinner or to have a rest ready. So let's answer some questions. Silves Ang, do you use leverage trading? No. So I guess what you're talking about is futures trading. So for myself, I don't use leverage trading in the way that you might think about it. But what I tend to do is that because I already have a crypto portfolio, when I want to risk on, I might increase the leverage based on my crypto portfolio. So let me show you very quickly what I mean. For my dashboard, yeah, okay. Let me quickly share. So I don't do leverage trading the way you think about it. I actually just go directly into the blockchain and utilize the protocols directly. So over here, you can see I have about 1.5 million US deposited here. But what I did is I did a borrow of 830K, and I would basically use these 830K to either increase my leverage on particular crypto tokens that I like, so that as the price moves up, it levels up and increases my returns. So it's not the same as leverage trading that I think you have in mind. So I think you're probably thinking about futures trading where people use 10x or 100x kind of leverage. So we don't actually do that. Yeah. Will, what about the risk reward? Can you be more specific with your question? So what about it? I'm not sure how to answer that. Yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that question. Yeah. Okay, so for those of you who need another demo once again, right? You can actually click on the link that Dr. Wealth has sent over here. On the top right, click Get Started Now. Can fill in your details. Click Have a Coupon. Then make sure you type in Dr. Wealth 88 and click Apply. Then you'll be able to get $500 off. So 497 for 2.5 days of bootcamp and access to Crypto Profit Secrets video as well. The dates are 23rd to 25th of August, Friday 7:30, 9:30, and then Saturday and Sunday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we have about 3 coupons left for those of you who would like to join. Let me call out some of the names of the guys who have actually signed up. Yeah, just give me a moment while I open my balance. Okay, let me see. I'll just say out your email address. Ilan underscore Govan and Prishon Coms. Okay, yeah, you guys are in. So I'll see you guys during the bootcamp. Okay, while I answer more questions. Sales, so a lot of people allow users data protocol, they will incentivize such as GMX. What are thoughts? Don't really have thoughts about it. I think it's a way to incentivize people to trade. So if you want, you can use the protocol and earn some rewards from it. Will, is this cost still relevant given the fast change in market narrative? I think what we try to do is we try to do more evergreen stuff in as many portions of the course as we can. But obviously, some parts will get outdated over time. For example, in the past, staking in a centralized provider was very mainstream. But what happened after FTX and a few of these platforms collapsed is that people started to move decentralized, which is staking directly on the blockchain. So there will be things that will change after the course. We can't really tell in the future what will happen. But for the more evergreen stuff, that's what we try to actually focus on. Like, how do you build a portfolio? What are the current vehicles that you can use to get a little bit more yield, for example? So those are what we'll try to talk about as well. Good question from Kira Wong. What is your opinion on the recent drop to 50K Bitcoin? So the reason behind it is because markets were spooked by Japan's central bank increasing rates. They have not done it for decades. There was a yen carry trade that was happening. A lot of leverage was created from that. And when people saw that, interest rate going to go up for Japan, the trade is going to unwind. That's why people freaked out and they started to sell off. So I would say that since Monday, Japanese central bank has tried to calm the nerves of everyone. Apparently, Feds had an emergency meeting as well. So on this also highlights how macro is driving a lot of things in the world today. But I feel that at some point, the fiat system is going to get challenged, which is your US dollar, yen, etc. And what is the best alternative? I think it's crypto. So I guess I can also see that as a way to hedge against the current fiat system. Yeah, so that's my thoughts. Will, does it mean to trade spot without leverage? Most of the time, I'm majority in spot. Majority. My leverage is minimum. Okay, sales. He means use borrowing power speculating on cryptocurrency. What's exposure on? Usually is using borrowing leverage. Ah, yeah, sales. Exactly. You got it. Actually, you seem like you already know crypto. So anyway, nonetheless, I hope that you learned something or found it useful in some way. But thanks for sticking around. Yeah. Okay, so with that, if you have no more questions, I'm gonna end the class already. So for the few of you guys who sign up, I'll see you during the bootcamp itself. Just before I logged off, I just wanna open up one more time. Do you guys have any other question? Will ask, is this course focused fully on technical analysis? So no, we are not a technical analysis class. It is more towards investing, I would say. It's more towards investing. So it's more long-term rather than a short-term trade. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just show you guys one more time how to sign up. For those of you who are keen, you can actually go over to the link that Dr. Wealth has shared. Yeah, when you click on it, it brings you to this page. On the top right, click Get Started Now. Fill in your details. Put in Dr. Wealth 88 and then click Apply. Okay, so you should be able to see $500 off. Yeah. Then after that, we will send you an email to tell you guys how to sign up. All right, guys. So any other questions before I logged off? I'll just stay around for maybe about a few more minutes and then I will head out already. Nope. Yeah, let me just stick around for a few more minutes. Happy to answer any questions that you might have. Okay, so I think we are good. I don't really think we have any more questions. So with that, thanks guys for coming for today's masterclass. And for those of you who sign up, I'll see you during the session itself. For the rest, like maybe we'll meet if Dr. Wealth has any physical events and all. But I thank you for your time here and I hope you learned something today. So with that, okay, I bid you guys a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye.